investigative journalist whose investigations actually led to most of these findings that we're having right now. Good evening, Lagos. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the Evening Rush 90.3 Voice of the People FM. My name is Precious. As always, it is a delight to be with you. How are you doing? I feel like saying happy independence, but a part of me just feel like instead, let's pray for Nigeria, right? That would be a better thing to do, to pray for Nigeria than to say happy independence. Okay, so this show is produced by Promise, and as always, okay, all right, so Lagos, let's dive right into the hot topics. According to David Hunte, he says Atiku's legal team tells him that Tinubu's lawyers had approached 3 appeal courts in the US today without success.
You don't mean it.
Now, this is according to David Hundeyo, quoting him now. He said, yes, that Tinubu's lawyer, that Atiku's legal team tells him that Tinubu's lawyers had approached 3 appeal courts today in US without success. Now, they then also requested for Atiku's lawyers in Chicago to shift the deposition time tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. That is to 12 o'clock. But Atiku's lawyers refused. So he then updated the information, I think about an hour later, and said that as at 40 minutes ago, that would be, after that first initial conversation or initial tweet, that preparations were being made by Chicago State University to hand over the documents to Atiku's lawyers. And he did say he would inform and update people as it progresses. So there's a lot on our table to talk about today. But first of all, Mr. Darlington, would you like to react to this before we go to other matters? There's a lot of rice and stew, plenty. So let's jump on this.
It is becoming, I don't know, it is becoming embarrassing, to say the least. You see, like I said in the afternoon, I will advise Atiku lawyers Tinubu's lawyers to be very careful. This shenanigans they do in Nigeria, they cannot carry it to US. It may cause them some damage as legal practitioners. I mean it. By the time they continue trying to compromise the US court, they may sanction them heavily. And that is the truth, because it happened.
So do you think that the reasons for the appeal is just for a delay tactics? I don't understand.
Of course, when a court
have
ruled on a matter, what are you doing? Even the judge said, don't bring this appeal to my court again. Do you think that other appeal court in the US, they are not aware of that judgment? If the judge who have ruled on the matter said, don't bring this thing up again, why should you go to another place? Because that judgment will resonate in other courts. So why would you want to compromise a court decision just to have your way? What are you driving at? I mean, have they not embarrassed us enough? Tell me. They have done enough damage. I expect them to be doing damage control by now, because the handwriting is already on the wall. The cat has been let out of the bag. I don't know, all this one they are doing now, it won't help anybody. Rather, the damage will continue to deepen. So they should come home and lick their wound. That is my advice. All this will not help.
All right, Lagos, moving forward, let me let you in on the hot topics. That's one of the hot topics, by the way. Still on the hot topic this evening, Chicago academic record, Tinubu's lawyers kick as court orders release. And also Tinubu's Chicago records making people doubt Nigeria's credibility. Leaders falsifying age certificates can't rule well. This is credited to Peter Obi. Supreme Court won't accept any document Atiku gets from US. Tinubu lawyers say, if I like, go get document. Supreme Court will not take it. Ooh. Sorry, that's not exactly how they said it. Why
are they trying to stop it?
Okay, so Mr. Darlington, let me just go hard on go straight on my hot topics. So, moving on in Nigeria, we hear that prices of beef rose to 31%, rice 63%. In 12 months. I dare say it's not even just in 12 months. Tell me about 6 months, actually. All right. So this is according to the National Bureau of Statistics. You may need to see these figures. Oh, my husband inherited damage to Nigeria. He's not a magician. Remi Tinubu tells Nigeria First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says. And talking about tribunal cases, Adamawa Tribunal opposed Governor Fintiri's victory. You remember this Adamawa election, how outstanding it was, Abi? All right. So they still went to court after this whole election. After that thing that happened in that election, there is still a court case. And, well, so far, the court upholds the governor's election. But in Nasarawa State, it's not the same. As Nasarawa Tribunal nullifies Governor Sule's election, declares PDP candidate winner of the election. We'll move to other cases this evening. Oh, price of maize, milk, plantain, that is aka corn now, you know. So milk, plantain go up as food inflation rises. How are you people coping, Nigerians? I like to ask how you're doing because I know that it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So Lagos, these are our hot topics this hour. Let's take a break. I'll be right back to, dissect each of these conversations one at a time. This is 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and it is still the Evening Rush. We'll be right back.
Award-winning pizza in the US is now here in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Romeo, the pizza champions, and cold berry ice cream. Delight in every scoop. Visit any of our outlets and feel the rich taste from the pizza champions and cold berry ice cream at 11 Road by First Avenue, Festac Town, 28 at Denira Ogunsanya Street, Surulere, 13 Admiralty Way, Lekki Phase 1. Romeo's Pizza and cold berry ice cream. Romeo, the pizza champions.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos, number 42, Muritala Muhammad International Airport Road, Lagos.
Relax and unwind in a beautifully appointed rooms featuring all the amenities you need for a comfortable stay.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, our attentive staff is here to ensure that your everyday need is met. We also offer complimentary pick-up and drop-off from the Lagos airport.
Take advantage of our state-of-the-art fitness center, outdoor pool, and enjoy a delicious meal at our on-site restaurant.
With stunning views, world-class service, and a prime location, Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, Lagos is the perfect choice for your next vacation or business trip.
So, why wait? Book your stay today and experience ultimate in comfort and luxury at Airport Golden Tulip Hotel.
For bookings and reservations, please call 0815-8003-333 or 0815-7003-333. You can visit our website at airportgoldentuliphotel.com.
Airport Golden Tulip Hotel, where luxury meets comfort.
Serving you hot and fresh content on radio, and you have been loving it. Now we're taking it further. Catch us live on YouTube at BOP TV for all the juicy content you can't resist. Talk shows, exclusive interviews, news, lifestyle, and more. It's all about you. BOP TV, show up, speak up.
Nigeria at 63, a nation united and strong.
Renewed hope for unity and prosperity where we all belong.
Diverse and rich, our heritage shines so bright.
Together, we stand
for a future that's right. Peace and progress, hand in hand we will stride.
Nigeria's promise, our source of pride.
From 1999 till today, our democracy's gleam.
Smooth transitions is our nation's dream.
Nigeria at 63, we stand tall and free. Together, we march forward to a future of unity.
From all of us at Voice of the People,
90.3 FM.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Happy birthday, Nigeria.
Tune in, pizza lovers, because something big is happening happening in Ajao Estate near the famous Global Supermarket. Are you ready for a taste of heaven? Get ready to indulge your taste buds like never before. That's right, folks. Romeo Pizza is opening a sizzling new outlet right at 22 Latif Salami Street at Ajao Estate, right next to the famous Global Supermarket. Mark your calendars for the grand opening this Friday, October 6th. It's going to be a pizza party like no other. Picture this: mouth-watering, cheesy slices freshly baked in our ovens, just waiting for you to have a bite. And that's not all. We have special deals, giveaways, and surprises lined up to make your visit unforgettable. Join us at Romeo Pizza on October 6th at 22 Latif Salami Street at Ajao Estate for the pizza event of the year. Don't miss out on the flavor explosion. Romeo Pizza, the secret is in the sauce. Stay tuned for more updates and we'll see you there.
You are listening to your number one talk station 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious, Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your voice.
Lagos, you are welcome. Oh, they say I should stop saying Lagos, Mr. Darlington. Okay, so Nigeria, you're welcome back. 90.3 diaspora of the world, you're welcome back. It is 90.3 Voice of the People FM, and it's still the program Evening Rush. By the way, with your girl Precious Inyi, that's my name. I did tell you that this show is produced by Promise Inyi, right? And I have my Monday, Thursday tonic in the house, Mr. Darlington, and we had looked on a couple of stuff. I did tell you, I did reel out the hot topics that we have before the break, one of which is the fact that David Hundeyin did release that or reveal that Atiku's legal team told him that Tinubu's lawyers approached 3 appeal courts in the US today without success, right? And that then they requested Atiku's lawyers in Chicago to also shift the deposition tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. You know, the deposition time was supposed to be 3rd of October, Tuesday. Right, so they've shifted it to for those who are wondering what the position is. You know, all those documents that they've now the Chicago State will release, Chicago University will release to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. You know, they will gather it and come and swear before court. I hereby swear with my not with Ogun, you know, by oath that this document that I have released to so person, it is true and it is certified true. It is nothing but the truth, and so help me God, Mr. Darlington. Okoya. Yeah. I am not a lawyer. Did I get it right?
No, you are a lawyer already.
I don't line this work.
This case has brought you to me.
So Hundeyin is saying that Atiku's lawyer said that Tinubu's lawyers actually met them to shift the deposition time that is supposed to be tomorrow, Tuesday, from 10 a.m. to noon, that is to 12 o'clock, like give them 2 hours space, but the team refused. So he also did update that any moment from now, Atiku's team should have been handed those documents by Chicago State University. And Mr. Darlington already chimed in that conversation. So Mr. Darlington will have other cases to attend to. So one of which is that, let me just, score, this is more than a hat trick, it's like 3, 4, 5 together now. So, okay, let's see how we can, join all of them very quickly. So the United States District Court in Northern District, Illinois, has ruled in favor of the presidential candidate, and we are of the PDP, and we know that. However, Tinubu's team is saying that, it is not like that. It is not what you people actually really think. Basically, that's what they're saying. As a matter of fact, okay. So Bayo Anonoga did also mention today, I think early today, yesterday, his team, I don't want to say the names or probably mention the names he called Nigerians, the headless mobs, that people are unnecessarily excited over nothing, that even that he just left the phone with Tinubu's lawyers, and that they informed him that even if Atiku's team, are in touch with any document, that it is too late to present any of those documents to the Supreme Court. So don't bother yourself. Perhaps that's why Punch tagged this, headlined this particular news, Chicago Academic Record, Tinubu's lawyers kick as court orders release. But another information here very quickly, Supreme Court won't accept any document Atiku gets from US, Tinubu's lawyers, exactly re-echoing what Baya Onanuga said, that it wouldn't be useful in the Supreme Court. I know that you're a lawyer, but I don't know if you would like to chime in on that. Are there exceptional cases when,
every there is an exception to every rule.
So are you saying that there has been cases in Nigeria where people presented evidence in the Supreme Court?
There are.
Is there any case that has set a precedent I'd like to know?
Look, by the powers of the Supreme Court, they have wide powers. In fact, the Supreme Court can make law by their pronouncement, and it is valid, and lawyers can make reference to it. What I'm saying is that if this Supreme Court, based on what they have done in the past, they should redeem their image now with this case. And that is where they should introduce the principle of locus classicus. That is, they should go extraordinary to make this pronouncement that based on the new evidence which they have satisfied, they can make ruling based on that. They can admit this evidence, even though they have presented the articles, lawyers have presented their matter.
So did you read through the judgment of Nancy Maldonado very well? And there are key things she mentioned in that judgment. I don't know if you took time to digest it. One of which is the fact that she did mention, perhaps the reason why what David Hunde is saying, that the team, the other lawyers are suffering setback in appealing, because she did mention that they shouldn't even bother appealing, because if they did, that it would take a lot of time, stuff like that. More like saying that don't waste your time coming to appeal, because you may not likely get consent ahead of time. And there was also a subtle insinuation that, well, I cannot tell the Supreme Court in Nigeria what to do, whether or not to accept any evidence, or whether or not, to do the needful with the documents that you get. You should be of the right senses to understand exactly what to do. There were those subtle insinuations. Would you like to react to them?
Now, you see, one of the reasons why the judge did not pander to Tinubu's lawyer is because the so-called overriding damage to his character and image, it did not come up. The judge looked at it and said, no, I didn't see anything that is so damaging to your person here. That you are the one that presented this document to INEC, and somebody is challenging it. So what is the damage? That I didn't see any damage to your character, to your person. That was one. Then two, remember that what is in the US court is not about perjury or whatever. No, it's about presenting. Atiku want to obtain a document from CSU. That is what Atiku is pursuing. He's pursuing identity theft. And the only way he can prove it is to get this document. There is no case of perjury against Tinubu anywhere for now. It is when Atiku have obtained this document, then the next stage will now commence. If Atiku want to start a new case with it, or any other Nigerian want to...
but the time to file against an election is already over now. So Atiku may not likely file against an election.
No, it doesn't matter. Look, you see, though Tinubu is covered by immunity under our laws, as a president, he's covered by immunity. But it did not stop criminal investigation against him. It didn't. He can be investigated based on these documents. Are you getting me? So he cannot run away from that. If it after investigation, maybe when he now leaves office, somebody cannot take him up on it. That's what we are saying. That's the importance of that document. It is not a waste. Whether the Supreme Court will admit it or not, it doesn't matter here. Let the document be obtained first. And let Atiku submit it, and let the Supreme Court reject it.
But if I may ask Mr. Darlington, why the excitement of what people, why the excitement on the expectations of what to get from those documents? Why are people excited that that it may be there? How about if everything is in order and and there is actually no big reveal? What then happens?
It's not possible that there is nothing in it. It's not possible. If not, Tinubu will not be telling you, don't reveal my gender. It's not possible. Already there is that perception of guilt. There is that suspicion that something is amiss. If not, they wouldn't have been making all this effort to stop the release of those documents, including the details about his sojourn at CSU. If there is nothing, he wouldn't bother himself with all these things.
So are you saying that there is a possibility for Atiku Abubakar to present anything that any information that he gathers from these documents to the Supreme Court?
Yes, because you and I don't know the mind of the Supreme Court. Let him present it and let the Supreme Court throw it away. Then it will be on record for future reference. That's what I'm saying. But if you ask me, the Supreme Court should look at those documents. Because it has to do with public concern.
So what is the Supreme Court likely to do even if they look at it? What are they likely to do? How is it likely to affect anything?
It can affect a lot of things.
Okay, like?
The person that contested and won election, if ab initio he was not qualified to even contest and he has gotten this far, are you telling me that the court will still clap for him? For getting this far with deceit, with forgery, with fraud? Are you telling me that the court will say, go ahead?
What is the place of our law for things like perjury or forgery? You know, what is the place of the law in Nigeria?
Go to section 137, where it is clearly spelled out that if you have done such a thing, you are not eligible for election. That's the truth. It is clearly
so someone's election cannot be overturned because you lied.
It has happened severally in this country. Yes, look at what happened in Bayelsa. Remember?
David Leon, right?
Exactly.
And his deputy.
Exactly. So we have cases.
Innocent David Leon, no.
And it affected the governor. So we have cases. It's not a question of argument again. And that is why the Tinubu's legal team are fighting tooth and nail, so that even if they obtain the document, it will be out of time. But the Supreme Court has wide power. I have repeated it here. You know, it's like when there are extraneous circumstances in a matter, you can now make judicial pronouncement based on the new evidence before you. You can't close your eyes to such weighty allegation. You can't. If you ask me, the Supreme Court, they have to look at those documents, even if they need to write to the CSU or US court. They can do that. They have that power to do all that. And then make a pronouncement based on those. They can't close that because tomorrow something worse may come up. And then people may be saying, after all, there was no conviction. Atiku got tired. The case is not even end anywhere. Nobody accused him on anything. No court. So he can use all those arguments. But let there be pronouncement so that it will be a deterrent to anybody who has such a matter, or if even trying to do. He will say that everybody will start packaging their CV, because this will not be the last election in Nigeria.
All right. So, looking at the comments made by Atiku, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, on Arise Television this morning, and he also made that a likely comment in a forum at in UK, where he insinuates that, quoting him practically now, he did say people. He said. Leaders falsifying age certifications can't rule well. And he also did mention about, the thing about having such issues. It's about not just about the fact that you need a certificate to be able to run for a position of the president, but it's about integrity. Yeah. It's how it affects your integrity as someone who's ruling a nation. So would you like to chime in on that very quickly?
Yes. Look, the whole hula baloo about this matter is about Nigeria's image.
So what do you think this portends to the image of Nigeria?
Exactly.
And what has it done so far to our image?
Exactly. Tinubu, as of today, he is the number one image maker of Nigeria. Wherever he goes, it is Nigeria that is there, not Tinubu as a person. That is what people did not get. Tinubu is not there on his own. He is there as the Nigerian president, not Tinubu president. And so whatever he does is of concern to Nigerians. Whatever he says is of concern to Nigerians. It may not even affect him, but it will affect Nigerians. That is what we are saying. You heard our diaspora calling here, telling you what they have suffered because of this matter. Look at people who does not, nothing concerns them. Oh, they are even living abroad. But because they are Nigerians, and because this thing is happening about their president, look at what they are suffering. So that will tell you that it has a far-reaching effect. So people who are talking, it does not have this, it does not matter. Look, is that what we are talking about, or is it true? Is it true that this thing was perpetrated? If it is true, why are you not trying to cover it as if you are doing Tinubu a favor? You are not doing. It is Nigeria that we are talking about. That is the issue here. We have seen it happen. Even Salisu Buhari, who was supposed to be a speaker in 1999 or so, he was embroiled in the same thing. His own came from Toronto. But when Rotimi Williams look at the whole matter and said, look, I can't go on with this. He asked his client to go and apologize to Nigeria. And the guy did. Today, nobody can remember that guy. He went to become an ordinary house member. Nobody will remember him because he apologized to Nigeria. He even wept before the national television. So why didn't the Tinubu lawyers advise him before this thing get this far? Because they will release those documents. And everybody may have a copy of it worldwide. So what have they done for him? They should have advised him. Look, let us do damage control. Nigerians are so forgiving. They may even say, okay, now that he has pleaded this and that, let us see. They will allow sleeping dog to lie. But with what has happened, you are still insisting that you are right. Is that not why Atiku is insisting that you get to the bottom of it? That is the truth. If Tinubu have done the needful and say, okay, call Atiku or whoever, said elders. But he's proving that he's right. Even with all the staggering anyway, do you even know the worst now? That murder Daniel or who, that lady that signed that thing. She said, yes, she said if the Chicago State University release those documents, that she is going to sue Tinubu for bringing her name to disrepute, because she said she was never in that university at that time, and that her name has been dragged to the mud. Precious, how do you reconcile all this, for God's sake? That is why I keep telling you that all this thing about he is wise, he is strategic, he is this. Why didn't they think of all this when they were doing all this certificate something? They did not reckon with the names they are going to put there. They did not reckon with the dates. So, what is the intelligence in that side? What intelligence did that apply? What intelligence did that apply? Nothing. I didn't see any wisdom and intelligence when they were, at least when you want to do Oluwole, you do it in such a way that even the owner may not even doubt what you have done.
All right, so Mr. Darlington, let's move to the next conversation quickly so that Nigerians can chiming into this conversation. My phone lines are already buzzing and people are already gearing up to, chiming on the conversation. So the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics has said that that its selected food prices watch report for August 2023, in that report, that price of beef, tomatoes, beans, gari, yam, and even other items increased in August this year. August was last 2 months, so they've not checked that of September, because it was worse in September. That was when I bought my dear rice. That's how I got to know that things have gone up really. So the report stated that while the average price of 1 kg boneless beef was 2,141 naira 18 kobo in August 2022, it increased by 30,000. It increased by 30.75% to 2,799 naira 51 kobo in 2023. And he did mention that while a kg of rice, I think, was while a kg of rice was increased to the price of rice increased to 62.63% year on year, from 454 naira 10 kobo in August 2022 to 738 naira 74 kobo in August 2023. But in September, it is looking like it is over 1,000 naira for a kg of rice. Because if you marry the fact that people bought rice for 50,000 naira and above in September, for 50 kg, and you divide it by 50, you divide 50 to 55,000 naira per kg. That's about 1,000 naira more per kg of rice. And then not just that, the same National Bureau of Statistics also did mention that other food items like maize, milk, plantain, and all the foodstuffs did soar and rise astronomically, within these months in view. I'd like you to chime in on that, especially relating to how Nigerians may have been coping through these times.
During the Independence Day broadcast, based on these statistics and knowing fully well that the prices of food have gone high, I was expecting the president to make a very, very, very serious pronouncement concerning herdsmen that are occupying the farmlands in Benue and other parts of Nigeria. A direct order that the military should, within 24 hours, chase away anybody that is occupying farmers' land where they are farming. Especially these people that came from nowhere, that we don't know where they came from. Because if they had a home, ab initio, they can't be occupying other people's home in the first place.
What do you think is really the problem with our security? Do you think it's overwhelmed? It
is not overwhelming. I'm telling you, it is not.
Authorities, I don't know.
It is the political will. You can see how we have been. You didn't hear what happened in Nasarawa, where the governor is saying that the federal officials are discussing with them. And that is what is giving these guys impetus.
That was actually Zamfara State.
Zamfara. Look at how they were being pampered. Why would they feel like a lord? Why wouldn't they?
And we have students of Gasau University
still in their custody. They don't dictate what will happen. They tell you, where does it happen? I expected the Tinubu to be very, 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 very serious with this security issue. But look at what he has been saying since he came into office. I have not seen him make any categorical statement. These people should leave the farmstead of farmers. It was not like this under PDP now. Benue farmers were going to farm. Why come all of a sudden, all of them in IDP camp? While herdsmen have taken over their farmland, they can't go to farm. Is that not what is causing all these things? That the tuber yam is now 4,000 naira. We know the source of this problem, but nobody wants to address it. And you are telling me that we are going to get to the promised land with this condition. Nobody has taken this. Nobody. I don't know what the federal government is doing for over 10 years with this bandit, terrorists, Boko Haram.
So are you attributing the costs, the reason for the cost of, high price in food items to the activities of bandits, and the reason why perhaps because farmers can't access their farms?
What do you expect when they can't go to farm? Were you not here when some rice farmers were slaughtered? No, tell me. Benue farmers are in IDP camp as we speak now. So what are the excuses? In Nasarawa, yes, Nasarawa, where you have tomato. Didn't you see what is going on there? Even some farmers, they have to pay a tax before they can access their farm. And so if they manage to even do anything, by the time they bring it out, the costs have gone high because of what these terrorists are collecting from their hand. And the federal government is aware of all these things. They are aware. So is that not the reason for all these things? And it's because these guys are feeding fat from our land. That is why they are growing in numbers. If the federal government can cut off their source of food supply and other things, I am telling you, they will just disintegrate on their own. Was it not a food blockade from Bakassi that ended the Biafran civil war, when they couldn't bring in food for Biafran soldiers, and they were eating themselves and other things in the bush? Is that not what ended the war? How come this one, the civil war lasted for 30 months? This one has lasted for over 10 years. Is it not because something is sustaining them? Precious, something is sustaining them. That is the truth. If you stifle their source of supply, they will be out of business within 24 hours. And somebody is telling me that, look at all the neighboring countries that surrounded. Where did they come in from? If you claim they come through the border, did they fly through the air? So what have you done with all those border towns, all those border countries? Go and tell Niger, go and tell Cameroon, go and tell Chad. We don't want to see any of your people inside our land, especially terrorists. Look, during Shagari era, when the government could not perform, they blame it on Ghana, and you heard the famous Ghana must go. We thought Ghanaians were our problem, and they sent Ghanaians packing. When they left, we discovered that it was not Ghanaians. They are not our problem. They didn't force you to give them job or whatever. It wasn't not when they left, and we now heard of a certain $2.8 billion that disappeared from NNPC, and where they were probing it 2 weeks into the probe. Shagari's government failed. Was that the problem of Ghana? So we will always look for one excuse. Meanwhile, we are our own problem. Like this thing I told you now. Are you telling me that with our airspace, our space project, what are they doing? That they cannot cover the whole of that area where this is, and pinpoint where these guys are coming from or what they are doing? My dear, look, it is inexplicable. Seriously, I up till now, I can't see why this thing must continue. And APC government, this thing escalated under their watch. Can't they put it off?
All right. So to help workers and to help Nigerians cope, the federal government has said that a certain amount will be given to Nigerians and household. And first of all, to start with minimum wage across board. The initial announcement was that it will be a 25% increment to low-income earners. But then the federal government, after I think a meeting with the organized labor, now said it's going to be across board and it's been increased to 35% increment. So don't you think that's a warm welcome? And I think 15 million households in Nigeria will be receiving some money.
Well, Precious, please don't...
for the next 3 months. And meanwhile, the salary increment is not forever. It's just for the next 6 months. So.
Please. We have had this 6 months forever. Everything's under 6 months. Which of them has been implemented?
No, you don't understand. Like, they'll pay them the money for 6 months. So I don't know what happens after 6 months.
Have they paid it? You remember what they told you in June? That a certain palliative will last for 6 months. Where is it?
They want to start now.
No, where is it? Since June, we are now in October.
Madam Betty, the Minister for Humanitarian, she's already kicked off, the social registry thing.
Listen very well. When a mother whose breast milk is not flowing has a baby and the baby is crying too much, what does the mother do? He would now go and get a sucker and put in the mouth of that baby to keep that baby quiet. That is what the federal government have done now. Because the last time I checked, the 30,000 naira minimum wage that the workers were promised since last year, since Buhari's regime, Precious, it has not been fully paid by all the states, and you are now bringing in another 35,000 and another 25,000 upon that same money. Which state will not pay the money? Tell me. I mean, when somebody is promising to give you shoe, check whether he's wearing one now. If the federal government have all this money that they want to do for the Christmas, some of the debt we are owing, they would have paid it. The one they are owing Dubai, they would have paid it so that the Dubai airline can be coming in.
But you recall that one of the reasons why organized labor is insisting that they have to go on strike is because they're saying that the minimum wage is no longer waging. It's no longer taking them home. So what has the government done bad by saying that, okay, we'll look at it and we'll modify it and make it...
There is no sincerity because minimum wage has not been discussed. The one they discussed, it has not been implemented. Get it right. You have to fulfill the first promise.
But it is not. You don't. Do you hold the federal government accountable for the ineptitude of the states?
I should hold myself, Abi.
Is the federal? There are different tiers of government.
Yes, I've heard you. Are you aware?
One's ineptitude shouldn't be blamed on the other.
Hold on. Under the exclusive list, the federal government is even taking the resources of the states. Let me give you a typical example. Ondo State has the second highest bitumen concentration in the whole world. Second. But they dare not go and touch it because it is on the exclusive list. Everything is in the hands of the federal government. So what do you want the states to do? These people that are blaming the state, do you give them the opportunity?
But have the states also given their local governments the opportunities? Is it not the same thing? Are the states not also holding the local government to ransom? Mr. Darlington, do you know that just at Friday, the 3 tiers of government, the federal, the state, and the local government shared 1.1 trillion naira. About the highest that they had shared for the month of August, 1.1 trillion naira. Mr. Darlington, are you telling me that these state governors would actually give the local government the free hand to utilize those money for the benefit of their people? Is it not in Ogun State that we're complaining that a local government chairman was fired and is even facing the law right now for opening mouth to say that, oh, they've not been giving us allocation?
Listen very well. If you are blaming the state governments for the woes of the local government, then you should ask your constitution, what did it say? If the local government were to get their fund, their allocation directly from federal allocation, do you think we'll have all this blame game here and there? If they are getting their own allocation directly from the federal government, they won't have any recourse to the state government. That is the truth. Presidential order 10 that Buhari issued, all the state governors, they gathered and kicked against it when you wanted to give the local government autonomy. It is not done that way. It must be legislated. The local government should go to the house and fight for it. By the time they get it, some of these things will be reduced, so that we can now ask directly the local government, you go so because they are the closest and nearest to the people. But they cannot do anything because the constitution did not give them that power.
All right, Mr. Darlington, let's quickly jump in another conversation. So during an interdenominational service yesterday, the First Lady had said that that this government inherited things that had happened many years ago. Quoting Hannah, she says, "We are not here to put blame on any administration, but to fix what has been damaged." Mrs. Tinubu explained, "My husband is not a magician. He is going to work, and I believe and hope that we will have peace in this country. The best is yet to come to us," she assured. So, Mrs. Tinubu, however, claimed that a Nigeria of abundance has begun, and to be part of the greatness that God has started in the nation, Nigerians must look beyond their current realities and embrace a new hope. In fact, there was something she said. She said, "Good governance can only be impactful if people follow the example of Jesus Christ, our Lord, who embodied the fruit of the Spirit, including love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, and forgiveness." So our First Lady said. Would you chime in on this very quickly?
Point of correction.
Okay.
The last time I checked, her husband told us that we should not pity him, that he campaigned for this job. And that he was coming to fix Nigeria. Even Tinubu, his political godson in Lagos, told us that Tinubu has a magic wand to turn things around. So many statements were made. Even when Tinubu was campaigning in Calabar, he was even lambasting Buhari's government that they don't know what to do. They don't have the experience. They have not been there. They don't even know how to go about it. Which means he's the only one who can do all these things. So what is anybody telling me now? Enu Oshe now.
What does it mean? Can you...
Mouth cannot do it. One musician was singing about it. Enu Oshe, oh. Empty barrel, no man pariwo. So
I don't know what you said though. What you said.
The musician sang it. At least I tried.
Okay.
I tried.
All right. So let's get straight into what's happening with some other election precision tribunals around the country. That of Adamawa State, the election of Governor of Interior of PDP has been upheld, but in Nasarawa State, it looks like the reverse is the case, as the election of the APC person was toppled and the court has said, you know what, we sack you here, but we hereby sack you, the governor of Nasarawa State, and we uphold that of the PDP. Let me just read that very quickly. It said, the Nasarawa State Governor or Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Lafia has nullified the election of Governor Abdullahi Sule of the All Progressives Congress, delivering the judgment virtually today, Monday. The tribunal's chairman, Justice Ezekiel Ajayi, declared Emmanuel Ombugadu of the People's Democratic Party as the duly elected governor of Nasarawa State. The ruling witnessed 2 justices agreeing that the PDP won the election, while the other judge disagreed and said, I beg to differ. The election, which was Mr. Sule's second term bid, saw him pull 47,209 votes to defeat his closest opponent, Mr. Ombugadu, who secured 283,006 votes. But then in Adamawa State, the Adamawa Election Petition Tribunal today, Monday, affirms the election of Ahmadu Fintiri of the People's Democratic Party. Candidate of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, Omar Adu, and his party had challenged Mr. Fintiri's victory before the tribunal, alleging corrupt practices, threats, and violence at the election. Now, Mr. Adu, who joined INEC and 16 others as respondents in the election petition, prayed the tribunal to nullify the entire exercise. Dismissing the petition, however, the chairman of the 3-man tribunal, Justice Theodore Loho, said he was lacking in merit, defective, and incompetent. In fact, quoting, it says, the petition is incourageous and not properly instituted before the tribunal. The petitioners are not setting about what they want, she declared. Are we working on technicalities again?
Of course.
All right.
Of course. That is why I suspect or I assume that this matter may be going to appeal.
The Fintiri guy. You know, it's SDP suing him now.
Exactly. They may go to appeal.
So it's not him and Aisha Binani again.
No, because that one is over now. The lady is in court. I don't know. She has withdrawn the matter from court. If you look at what happened during that election, is it not enough for somebody to look at it? Even INEC, for the first time, they even disowned the man that announced that election. Is that not true? So why should it now become a subject of it was not properly instituted, even when the evidence is staring everybody in the face? You see, Precious, I am beginning to think that we are going to tinker with a lot of our laws, both this electoral law and our constitution. There are so many things that are wrong. I'm telling you. Because if you are interpreting a particular electoral judgment in a particular state, by the time you hear the one that happened in another state, you will not look confused. You will not look confused.
But that's exactly what's happening with this series of judgments we've had so far.
You don't even know what you are saying again. Because somebody will say, but you are analyzing this thing. Why are you analyzing it this way? It is because of the way the judges are ruling. You are even confused. You don't know what to believe again. We don't have a standard repression. We don't have a standard. And that is unfortunate. I'm telling you, every time it was not competent, it was not properly presented. Is it properly presented or is it the facts of the matter? If there was rigging, why can't you look at the rigging before telling us whether it was properly presented or very, very technical reasons that have no bearing under the law? If somebody go and steal money and he is caught and is brought before you, you will now be asking, even when the person has said, yes, I stole the money, but you will now be saying, what color, what type of denomination of the money?
All right.
You that caught him, or you come and tell us,
Mr.
come and show us the money he stole.
Let's let Nigerians chime in.
Let us see denomination, whether it is 1,000 or 5, you know that kind of thing.
All right, let's let Nigerians chime in on this conversation. All right, phone lines are now open, 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call, 0700 903 903 903. That's a direct line if you're calling us directly. But if you're watching from YouTube and you'd like to take part in this live broadcast, you can actually call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp number is 0700 903 9039. That is 0700 903 9039. You can also send WhatsApp messages from wherever you are in the world. We would do well to read them as fast as we can. Patrick Onyanta from Ikotoigbe says, in the recent past, some Tinubu's diehard followers said that P2B lost in PEPT because they did not do their homework well. Today, the same high-flying SAN lawyers are lost on all grounds in the USA. Is it safe to also say the same case that what goes around comes around?
Yes.
That's what Patrick is saying. All right. And then he says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. Please, I want to ask a question. Is it true that whatever Atiku gets from CSU cannot be served as evidence before the Supreme Court? He said, if this information gathered from CSU shows something different from what BAT submitted to INEC, can a Supreme Court be bold enough to do the needful? Mosu Paul from Aguda Surulere sent in that message.
When we get to the bridge,
we'll cross it.
Yes, let Atiku get the document first and bring it home.
All right. Emma from First Access, good evening, Precious and Darlington. The last video you made with Mr. Darlington went viral, and I was glad as he spoke on the gender issues Mr. President was trying to in the public. I hope my contribution helped to fuel its contributions. In regards, Mr. Darlington wondering why the President has not said anything on security, please cast your mind back to his former woman leader who left his camp saying he could not hold a cup. Oh, that, okay. Oh, I remember that case who said he could not hold a cup straight and also said he would not do anything on insecurity so as not to step on toes as stated by her. You remember?
Yes.
I've forgotten her name. What's her name? She's, and how's a lady?
Exactly.
So he said there is your answer.
Exactly. Nigerians, I hope you are listening. That I told you that there is a covenant somewhere. I'm telling you, it is inexplicable.
All right, Mr. Darlington, our phone lines are open. Hello, good evening to you.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, this is Yemi.
Oh, Mr. Yemi, you're welcome.
Mr. Darlington.
Yes, my brother.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Same day, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, so, please, the issue I really want to talk about is Mama President. That
First lady.
The husband is not a magician.
Yes, please.
But we remember that the same set of people are the one telling us that he holds the magic wand. Yes.
That Tinubu is different from Buhari.
Now, in short, before the election, even my people, when we keep calling them, they say, it's Tinubu, that he has money. He's going to bring money. This same woman told us that the husband, they don't need Nigerian money, that they have enough money. And that is what they campaign. Now, we don't even see the money.
Just 3 months.
Nothing is happening.
3 months.
And you can see the situation they've put the Nigerian people, the lies they've put up. I remember what Mr. Darlington was saying about the Calabar issue, that he was even accusing his own government, his own party, that they don't know how to do it. Now we are waiting for him to do it. So let him do it, Mr. Magic Wand. Let him do it. That's my own.
Oh, yeah, Remy, come and be going, eh? Nwano, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello, good evening to you. Hello,
good evening.
Yes, good evening. Please welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Ugochukwu, you're welcome. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Please, Precious.
Sir?
Lord, I want to ask you a question, please. How can we stay in this kind of country where our refinery cannot work? What is holding our refinery from working?
So you're asking the Minister for Petroleum Resources. In fact, I'm both the Minister for Petroleum and Gas now altogether.
We should not be pampering the government. Tell them the right thing to do.
We are not on that now.
We are talking about exchange rates going high, and we are not producing anything. How can it work? How can it work? How can Nigeria work again? Huh?
Don't worry.
It cannot work. It cannot work. So because of this thing that happening, Nigeria, my brother, I called my brother from US last time. He was asking me which kind of country are we operating. He decided to call Nigeria again. He was ashamed to answer a Nigerian in US. See the way they are talking to them there, that like say that they are useless people. Why are our leaders painting us black? That's right. Why? Why are they painting us black?
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Please, let's Nigeria work again.
Amen. And all the church says, and the congregation says, amen. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Yeah, I go through some messages now. This here says, "Good evening, Mr. Darlington. Prepper, I greet you. Precious, did you notice that you couldn't regulate Mr. Darlington's speech today upon how weighty they were? It was simply because it is the truth. You can never and ever cover a 9 months pregnancy with your bare hands. I like you. I like how you rotate your neck in the rhythm of your voice." Oh, so you're watching me, Abby. I'm monitoring you and winding my neck, Abby. Well done. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan. I'm calling from London.
Mr. Jonathan, you're welcome. Go ahead. Mr. Jonathan, that is no good luck. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good evening, my amiable barrister there.
Jonah. Well done, no. I greet you.
Yes, sir. I'm feeling your energy from London.
Are you serious? Oh God.
Let me quickly jump on the implication of this Chicago judgment. Is that if Joe Biden can cancel the meeting of Tinubu in Washington because of his re-election bid. So this fellow is having court case.
You think it's because of the re-election bid that he cancelled it?
Americans will go after him. You think don't try it though.
Another thing is that all the head of the institution during this APC period now, I don't know how they will manage their integrity on international level now. The other day, the Barrister Darlington was talking about some Nigerian judges go to Hague, International Criminal Court of Justice, that they send all of them back.
Of course.
So this precedence is a heavy precedence for the Nigerian institutions presently now. And look at the image of our institution and the head of those institutions from CIA, SSS, Judiciary, all now go to Supreme Court now. Supreme Court as a policy maker. It will be a record that 2023 election, the judge that will preside over this case, it will be a record. And that record, Barrister Darlington, I appreciate the days I spent in Nigeria during my first degree days, the time I was to do my master's here. Some decision that I took on my records. God saved me that I didn't make mistakes. Say, God, thank you. And no, the first thing that we ask of you if you enter any offices in UK is what is DOB, date of birth. That's it.
Yeah, are you serious?
That's it. Immediately they slot it into the system. Everything about you,
it will come
outside.
Yes.
It will come out.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you.
That's why. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. All right. All right. So our information reaching us has it that Atiku's team is on standby to receive the information or document from Chicago State University, and at any moment from now, those documents will be handed over to them. As soon as they receive the document, and we get the alerts that it's been received, we'll also let you in. Just thought to keep you informed. Going back to our phone line, 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Sir? Good evening, sir. Welcome, sir.
Can you hear me?
Very well, crystal clear. Okay. Hell, so I want to specially wish Mr. Is this Sebastian now? Oh God, Mr. Sebastian, Abi? Mr. Sebastian. Sebastian. Mr. Sebastian, happy birthday to you. It was on Saturday, right? Your birthday was on Saturday, right? I said your birthday was on Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was.
Forgive me. So I usually hibernate. I hibernate from Nigeria's problem over the weekend. once I finish here on Friday, I hands off from Nigeria's problem and I face my personal problem before you people come and kill me. So forgive me that I couldn't celebrate you on Saturday on social media. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Sebastian. This is wishing you all the best from Mr. Darlington and I. I for sing for you, but it be like say I don't carry my voice. Go Chicago. Happy birthday. Wishing you all the best.
Where you carry your voice go now?
I use and chop Sunday rice and independence rice. Wishing you all the best.
Good evening, Nigerian.
Good evening. I hope you had fun on your birthday,
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Yes, I celebrated it yesterday with my family. It was really nice.
Awesome.
Thank God for that.
All right,
I tried to call you on Instagram, but I think you were busy.
Forgive me. I say I did hibernate from anything from anything during weekend.
I don't blame you. With all the names they give you now, it reached to where you done,
APC woman leader, Agbado and corn for my pockets. People will not kill me.
Angulari assistant. All of that, so
Ajiringelali precious. People, well done. You be giving me name without portfolio and without money. Thank you. All right, go ahead, please. Chiming on the conversation.
Welcome. I hope your weekend was okay too. Yes.
Yes, we did.
Concerning this matter, where you carry.
Oh dear, we lost him. Apologies.
Why now?
I don't know. I think it was network. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Yes, go ahead, please. Welcome.
I want to comment with you people.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I want to ask one question. I want you to let him to claim. For instance, if the certificate of that Mr. Tinubu are being given to Atiku, is he going to act on it in Nigeria here? Or the government of USA have a right to give it to Tinubu as far as it's not the person? I want him to listen. No. And another way, I want to ask of one man from that meeting. That Mr. Ifi normally at meeting in South FM. Where is the woman, Mr. Ifi? What to tell me? What to do?
Is he Ifi Onyebula? If he's not the DG of Imo State Broadcasting Service,
yes.
I know.
Yes, she's there now.
So she's doing government work now.
She does great. And what you are asking, like I replied the first caller who made this inquiry. When we get to the bridge, we think of crossing it. What Atiku is asking is a document. Let him obtain it. When he obtains it, then his lawyers will properly advise him. And he had to bring it to Nigeria to do whatever he wants to do with it. He can't even do anything with it in the US.
All right.
It is in Nigeria that he can make use of that document.
All right. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening, Prep.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Prep ready, the iron lady.
Abi, and I don't give me another name again. Names are just coming up anyhow. Thank you.
Now you suppose no. Mr. Darlington, good evening, sir.
Good evening, no.
Thank you. I feel taller.
You are looking so sweet and so corporate.
Thank you.
I'm not sure say you dey Nigeria. If I say you be come up from Nigeria, come back.
Yes, so
because you are looking so fresh.
Are they coming every evening only? The breeze where they blow me, no be Nigeria breeze.
Oh my goodness.
You're welcome. Please.
Don't worry, Nigerian breeze will soon blow you in few minutes.
Biko, I take it away. I wish.
By the time I go see the news,
I wish you the same. Biko.
You go come see Agbado people. Since the other day they've been so quiet. Now they will soon come out.
Oh yeah, tell us your name. Tell us your name.
Yes, from California.
Go ahead.
So pretty much what I'm saying is American judicial system, it's not perfect, but it's way different from Nigeria.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, this is a place where you go to court, you see the judge, you'll be so happy. You'll be so happy. Even when your own lawyer is misbehaving, the judge will be aware that they are misbehaving.
Exactly.
And they will call them to order.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever, even you know how they, you know, you take a plea, the judge wants to hear you, your own view, wants to know why you taking that plea. Are you pleased with it, or somebody pushed you into taking it? If you say you don't know why, he or she will ask you to go back and think about it and come another time to take a proper plea. Not like in Nigeria that they will squeeze their face, cuss you out, for them, and ask you who gave you the temerity to even speak while they are speaking. Okay, you see the difference is clear. Look at the judges. Look at Nancy Mado, and then look at the other one. You know we have. You will see it. You will be in court and you will be happy. All that thing he's hiding. He's going to how many courts today? 3 courts to stop this, but it will never happen. Exactly. Because the justices here, they respect each other. Exactly. And they know what is going on. They know what is going on. What is he hiding? You know, like I said, you know, we're all watching. We're all watching, and we'll definitely see that. You know. That's all I can say for now. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for what you do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for what you do.
Right,
really
thank you. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Chris from Papa.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Can you help me turn off the volume of your radio? Do you like that whole back that you hear like that? Does it sound good?
No, let me just.
So you're wasting our time. Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead now, please. What did you say your name is?
Yeah, my name is Chris.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, please, quickly.
Yeah, I thank God that Atiku will soon get the document, and me, I'm just pleading because there's nothing APC government cannot do. So they should be very careful for them not to be hijacked when they are coming down to Nigeria. That's just my contribution.
Oh, now wow. Hello, good evening to you.
Hi, Jack.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, good evening, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Very well. Good evening. What's your name, sir?
Yes, good evening. My name is Situ. I'm calling from Sierra Leone.
You're welcome, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes. I just want to say something here regarding what the gentleman there, something he was saying regarding the people that occupy the land farm, the people that are supposed to cultivate, make Nigerians have food on their table to eat.
Farmers, you mean?
Terrorists that came from all, yes, the farmers. Some of them are in IDP
and they're attacked by bandits, yes.
I mean, it's not anything to chase them out, so that the farmers can go back and Nigeria can have food to eat. Everything is scattered now in Nigeria. But let me say something here. There is a time Lai Mohammed was interviewed, and he was asked, why is it that all these terrorists cannot get out from the farm so that people can go back and farm? Why can't the army go and get rid of them and bomb them out from people's farm and other things? Alaji Lai Mohammed said that the reason why they can't do that is because of the ecosystem. That's the way he put it. I think the interview is here. That they can't bomb they can't bomb them because the ecosystem will be destroyed or something like that. Blah blah blah. He was saying, and the same army go to Anambra State and Imo State, carry out bombing Imo civilians and their farms last week, and nobody is talking about it. The same thing Lai said they can't. Went to Imo State and Anambra State and bombed innocent civilians that are cultivating food in their own farm, and none of the video, and none of the social media, none of the mainstream media is talking about it. And the innocent people's lives was lost. And they asked them, they said that they discovered camp in people's land. So where are we in Nigeria, and what is actually happened? Is it that some people is meant to be killed in the southeast? Is that the question here? That some people deserve to be killed, and some terrorists somewhere, which were rampaging, killing people, adopting people, taking ransoms, disturbing people, motorcycles, kidnapping people. They don't allow people to travel from one state to one state. and they are taking ransoms from people, killing innocent people. Nobody is, going after them. Army, police is not going after them. Don't you think there's a conspiracy about this? Don't you think that somebody in highest authority knows about these people? Don't you think that somebody bring them in for all these things to be happening? Don't you think so? And if I may ask, what about the 400 names that UAE ask? They give Nigeria the people that was sponsoring terrorists. The UAE, United Arab Emirates, sent down 400 names for the what's this name again? Malami.
The Attorney General then
for Nigeria, so that they
Malami, yes.
People who is sponsoring terrorists. They didn't do that up to today. But they keep going to Southeast and killing innocent people in every daily basis. Nigerian army and police. What is the crime of the Southeast? I'm asking. And the journalists kept quiet. They can't ask everything. They go and kill people. They will say ESM and the IPOB. Can't the journalists go and investigate who are these people? I believe that they want to destroy Southeast and target IPOB and ESM. This type of hatred should be stopped. This type of hatred against the Easterners should be stopped. Look at Ladipo Market. Who gives Shawolu right to go and say he wants to push Ladipo Market? All these things is something we need to table so that the world will see the injustice against these people. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, phone lines are still open. People 0700 903 903 903. I have quite a lot of WhatsApp messages to read. I don't even know where to start from reading those messages because they are really very much. And this person, you like Aproko well, Golden Melon from Oshodi says, good evening, Precious, and to our sweet daddy in the studio. Please, Mr. Darlington, please explain again the way our president described the Buhari government in Calabar that time. You just like Aproko, that's just the thing. Adegboye Gadidiji says, good evening, Precious. Honestly, Precious, is it by road, air, or through the desert that we go there that we got where we are today?
So the people can benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, report reaching some news people has it that the Atiku team have now received the documents from the Chicago State University, and they are sorting them out one at a time. So we hear that they would duly address people once they are due sorting out those documents. But they have indeed received all of it. In fact, they said they've received all the documents and they're sorting them out one at a time. I thought to quickly drop that there. All right, so let's quickly read some WhatsApp messages very quickly. This says, good evening, Mr. Darlington and Precious. Please, I want to ask Mr. Darlington, is it right for Tinubu to continue acting as president on the certificate issues that is roaming around the world? Is it proper? Jude from Okota Sentinel, he said, and does Constitution say anything concerning any elected person in that condition? That's what the person asks. Good evening, Precious. Beautiful diplomat. You will not give me a name. It's a big name with a key doggo. I say, I'm my people's barrister, Darlington. I can never stop laughing. How on earth a man who doesn't need something continue to look for same? Our national image has been seriously battered by the number one citizen. Please. Okay. All right. You said a lot there, but I'll let you rest. Oba Fidelis from Ali Moshe sent in that. Remy from Akoko says, Tinubu inherited the worst Nigerian economy we've ever had. But the problem is that Remy Tinubu and her husband supported and defended the ruinous policies of Buhari on the partisan altar of the APC in 2021. Remy Tinubu spoke on the floor of the Senate against Smart Adeyemi's complaint concerning the level of insecurity in the country. She boldly spoke in support of Buhari's led government at that time, which she was part of. So tell Mrs. Remy Tinubu to spare us the unnecessary comment. If Atiku had filed the certificate forgery against a case against Tinubu at CSU here in Nigeria, I'm very sure he would have been told bye-bye or by our courts that he has no local standing to file such. The substance and merit will never be considered, but technicalities as usual would have, used to carry off the case. And this says, good evening, Precious. I bet we all in this country that has I don't know. I bet we all in this country that this country under Tinubu is out to do is, but I don't understand I'm sorry. Chidi from Okoko, I'm sorry about that. And all right, I get you. And then this says, okay, somebody sent a message and says 8 years. Whether you like it or not, 8 years is very foul. Make on a day careful. So don't worry, you have 8 years to go. And then this says, Mr. Darlington, kindly borrow me your words to call her my pretty precious. Hey, it's me again. Nigerians will sing praises to Atiku for simply being the one that fought this case, and this will be my defense before the international community. Yes, my brother forged and my brother also forged it, and you went on and on with that. I appreciate you. And then he says, precious Mr. Darlington, is me, engineer Mazi Oji Carlo from Benin Republic. 1st October is like a Christmas day in my life, as I have had my year, as you add 1 year to you. Oh, it was your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Wishing you all the best, Mr. Oji. Tony Anele from Ijegamo says, I beg you, in the interest of some of us who just joined, kindly recap the content of this U.S. Court CSU judgment. My apologies. Just I beg you again. Unfortunately, that judgment will no fear revisit them. Today we're ending the show on time and we have a lot to talk about. But you know what? It should be in YouTube, so you can kindly go to YouTube and watch it on the station's YouTube at VOP 903 FM. Mark from Agege says, dear precious, Precious Lai Mohammed, you go tired. You go tired to give me name. With the way you are defending APC, say APC has paid you. Even the APC sing along boys can't even better. They're not even doing better than you. He said, in all honesty, I understand why you do what you do, but it's annoying, knowing that the reality on ground counters what you are defending. But well done, you are good with what you do. Are you serious? Precious, you're not approaching the fact that all parties are in court now, including Nigeria court and the APC. Please watch the proceedings. Odom, are you serious? What did I know? Did you pay attention to what we're discussing today? Right? Good evening, Precious. CSU and Barrister Darlington. Tomorrow is my birthday. Oh, Frank Amba, thank you so much. Happy birthday to you. Precious Chicago, You say Precious Chicago runs. Anagotaya, I greet you. I hope you have your agbado in your pocket. You say na popcorn and pure water now you go to drink. I wish you anything you wish me. You see, as you survive Buhari, you also survive this one. Alex from Iju sent in this message. What thing I do on that today really? What is the color of my offense this particular today? On this day of our Lord, what's the color of my offense? The APC thought the America is Nigeria where they can bribe and catching what you could from Ajayi State sent in that message. And then Livinus from Ejigbo says, good evening, Precious. The promise of President Tinubu to labor in his independent speech and subsequent upgrades by his aid is like the promises of Mark Antony to the Roman plebeians. In fact, the Nigerian politicians regard us less than the gullible Roman. Why are you doing like this? Why did your mind carry the go like that? Then you say, see the way I am smiling like who won a lottery. Immediately you announce we have the documents now. Breeze blow for my head. Now for you, Precious, no go house until you tell us the content of the document. You were done. Make bed for me inside studio where I go like that. On a two like a proko. Well done, I shouldn't go home. I should stay here and give you gist, Abby. All right. So this says, good evening, Precious. David Adore says, contrary to President Tinubu's assertion in his Independence Day address that the proposed 6-month salary increase for FGN junior workers and cash transfer to 15 million households will not fail inflation. It is an expansionary policy which contradicts CBN contractionary monetary policy. Amidst forex scarcity, only immediate increase in domestic output can prevent the policy from misfiring. It says spending the money to restore rural security and stabilize production will benefit I'm even wondering, who you go give? With the way things are hard in Nigeria now, who do you want to give money? Who do you want to leave? 15 million households. How many households? How many members do you have in one? Okay, let's even face the north. Should be the north. One man marries 4 wives. Now, that young man, an update. The young man that they said they did, the one that returned about 19 million naira, that they gave 4 wives. He said he may marry the 4 wives that are given to him. Imagine he marries 4 wives. How much? What will that amount do to?
All of them are likely to be pregnant in 1 year.
Oh, I don't even want to go there. Well, Lagos, the phone lines are still open. 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 9039. As soon as we get hold of the information on those documents, we'll let you in. But let me visit YouTube. YouTube, people can talk, Sha. The messages are so much.
But
do I start from top to bottom or bottom to top?
How do you give a man 4 wives as a gift? For you.
Mr. Darlington, let's not even go there, please. No. For some reasons, please. We beg to differ. All right. So some messages, so many here. Let's start from the bottom. Kamura Adebayo says, when P.A. Fasharonti's daughter was killed by Fulani, Tinubu said, where are the cows? And then Coitus Fan says Atiku should also go with the fake certificate to the information court in order to shame the old corrupt Nigeria judges in advance. Malachi also says all Nigerian media are all celebrates. I don't get you. You see, he said, Malachi said, you see, she's afraid. Are you serious? Come and be bold and sit down here and do the job. You think you can be where you are and be yabbing me? Come and sit down here and be bold and do the job and be alive. Amara Chuchi says, thank you, Precious and Darlington, for breaking news for us. Thank you so much. Malachi says, how can Nigeria swear in now you sabi seeing TV says Nigeria will soon get the female president, Madam Tinubu. What's your own? Malaki says, Malaki, I'm not reading your messages again. There are too plenty. Let me just quickly go straight to other messages. Biggie T says, concerned Nigerians, they should really go straight to the point. Okay, that's what you're saying. Onyanri says, Oga, Darlington and Anti-Precious. With the answer you, sir. Amara Chuchi says, I just went to Chicago University to establish the fact that Tinubu forged certificate, and in Nigeria, the Supreme Court refused to admit the fact that I said then the real anarchy will come. That's what you said. Okay, you want Chicago State University. And then Bernice Onyebuchi says, God help Nigeria, or that's what you're saying. Or I say it as it is. Says CJ Efagbemi is from the same town with Sly Mohammed. Is he correct? Are they from? So that they are both. I think that would be. That's Kwara State. That's Kwara State.
Why he accepted the?
Okay, that's Kwara State. Okay, all right, that's good. All right. So I see your messages on YouTube. They're quite enormous. I appreciate you. And for those people who sent us their messages earlier on, I see you too. But I'll be going back to the phone lines now because our phone lines have been buzzing nonstop. We also have a commercial break to jumping on as fast as we can. Let's just do that before we go to commercial break. Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
This is Ugo.
Oh,
I said I will call you today to close this program.
Why you do like this now? Good evening. Welcome.
Well done.
Fine now. Yeah. See, only one man scan a given companies, and in other this thing, and he was they held him in United States, and now he's in. It's lucky that he escaped because he would have been charged with even signatory forgery. And that might involve other their security agencies. Because it's not only the one that signed the signature will come after him. I want to say something very fast. In Nigeria, we technicality judge. We use technicality to discharge everything. But in other nations of the world, they look at the reality of the. Everybody is saying thanks to Atiku. A man encourages Atiku. I don't want to give the whole to Atiku, though he went extra mile in order to get the document by himself. David Hunde was actually the person that did did the work, and I must appreciate the young man and his zeal to go that extremely far. It was when everything is now becomes clear. Because Nigeria, we say that it does not have the jurisdiction. That after all, it is not one of the contestants of the election. Just that they say to the other party that they don't have a jurisdiction to discuss issue related to Tinubu. That's why Atiku now have to go and get the document by working in Supreme Court, because in population of Nigeria is too much to be deceived to that extent. Whether they want to admit it or they don't want to admit it, let Atiku come down with the original document so that it will be visibly clear that we are being deceived by our leader, by the how do I put it, the man that everybody should be looking onto.
All right, thank
you so
that
much. It will be clear that as a that they are probing above 1,000 nurses.
Yes, in UK, I saw that information. Yes.
Even those that have,
especially Nigerian nurses now,
for 5 years,
yes,
they have to come and write.
Yes, because that their documents, their documents, some of them, came in with otherwise documents.
You can imagine
because
you see, when you see the repo effect.
Those that have the same, those that came out from the same, so they have to. They told them you can say that we are going to sponsor the exam, but you're going to sit for it again after working for like 3, 4, 5 years. It's a very serious case, and we are not going to take it. Let Atiku come down with the document first.
Right.
Spring court, no be person be spring court. Soldier, no be man be soldier.
All right, thank you. Come on, be going. Thank you.
Come down with the whole thing.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right.
That's what we are saying. People don't know the implication of
thoughts and your reactions, but before that, here is an infomercial. So Nigerians can now invest in crude oil futures and derivatives while aiming for double profit. Did you know that crude oil is the only product that anything that affects its pricing and availability ultimately also affects global economy? That's how important crude oil is. Crude oil has about 2,000 byproducts. And that is how important it is. Do you know that your asphalt, your lubricants, and so many other things are products of crude oil, byproducts of crude oil? Well, that is to say that if you invest in crude oil, you can be making a lot of money. It's not just the number one source of energy for, most parts of the world, but it is also a source of natural resources for manufacturing for so many other products, right? So the price of oil has reached its highest level this year, hitting about $94 to $95 per barrel recently. Yet, many Nigerian investors have not benefited from the global oil price, despite being one of the major producers of the oil in Nigeria, in the world generally. The multi-billion dollar global oil sector is without doubt one of the most liquid industries. By liquid, I mean ego noya. It is cash-filled industry with significant profit margins for many investors worldwide. So, do you also know that you can invest in crude oil and from the price differences in crude oil as you sell and buy crude oil every day without delivering or without taking delivery of the actual products? That is to say that from wherever you are in the world, you can benefit in the price difference of the trades in crude oil every day at the comfort of your home. Well, to learn how that can happen, register now for this seminar that is coming up by calling 0708 0709 0606 If you're interested in understanding how you can benefit and take part in the oil and gas industry and benefit from what's going on in the crude oil industry, natural gas, and all of those commodities, kindly send a WhatsApp message, I beg your pardon. Just send a WhatsApp message to 0809 0606336. Nigerians, make on a no call. Send WhatsApp message. And also, some of us like me, we get coconut head. They say send message 06336 to know more about how you can benefit. Nigerian investors, on the other hand, seem to be left behind by the prospective opportunities in this industry, even as the market is now fully deregulated in Nigeria with the removal of fuel subsidy and dollar doing us distance relationship with naira. We ought to be enjoying the price difference now, and that is why CCR International Trading is poised to providing you crude oil futures and derivatives to everyone, especially Nigerian investors or Nigerian investing arena, through the educational team and CCI Finance Academy in collaboration with other trading giants to also provide you this particular program. The event will educate investors on the benefit of investing in crude oil futures. So just come and learn. Even if you don't want to invest, just come and learn. No knowledge gained is wasted. It's not wasted. Just come and learn. Know more about the crude oil market. Know what you can do with the crude oil market. Know, perhaps you don't want to invest in crude oil, you may want natural gas. Know how those things are. Know what pushes the pricings of those commodities. And, that's just information that would help you, right? So the event will educate investors on the benefit of investing in crude oil futures, derivatives, and other market instruments, as well as the regulatory structures and potential profits from investing in the oil markets. To revitalize the economy, it is necessary to maximize opportunities in previously underutilized areas, and the oil market is too appealing for you to ignore. The workshop, which is in its second edition, will be virtual and in person in any available education center nationwide. They will also target significant oil and gas investors, investment bankers, brokers, corporate organizations, startup investors, securities dealing firms, and private individuals. That is to say that you are invited. And guess what? To come learn is free of charge. Freely were they educated, and freely are they educating you. You now decide what you will do with the education after you learn about this. So this event is a must for you, just to enlighten yourself. Who knows what you can gain from this? Because I do know for sure that the crude oil industry is a very profitable industry. So to take part in this summit or to learn more, send a WhatsApp message to 0809 060 6336. 0809 060 6336. I hope I'm not too fast today. That is 0809 060 6336. That's the number to send a WhatsApp message to, should you want to know more about the crude oil market and the program coming up, so you can attend the program. 0809 060 6336 is the number to send a WhatsApp message to. You'll be glad you did. Once more, the number is 0809 060 6336. I'll take a little break. I'll be right back to take more of your thoughts and reactions on the show today. Stay with us.
Nigeria at 63, a nation united and strong.
Renewed hope for unity and prosperity where we all belong.
Diverse and rich, our heritage shines so bright.
Together we stand
for a future that's right. Peace and progress, hand in hand we will stride.
Nigeria's promise, our source of pride.
From 1999 till today, our democracy's gleam.
Smooth transitions is our nation's dream.
Nigeria at 63, we stand tall and free. Together we march forward to a future of unity.
From all of us at Voice of the People,
90.3 FM.
Happy Independence Day, Nigeria.
Happy birthday, Nigeria.
Tune in, pizza lovers, because something big is happening in Ajao Estate near the famous Global Supermarket. Are you ready for a taste of heaven? Get ready to indulge your taste buds like never before. That's right, folks. Romeo Pizza is opening a sizzling new outlet right at 22 Latif Salami Street, Ajao Estate, right next to the famous Global Supermarket. Mark your calendars for the grand opening this Friday, October 6th. It's going to be a pizza party like no other. Picture this: mouth-watering, cheesy slices freshly baked in our ovens, just waiting for you to have a bite. And that's not all. We have special deals, giveaways, and surprises lined up to make your visit unforgettable. Join us at Romeo Pizza on October 6th at 22 Latif Salami Street at Ajao Estate for the pizza event of the year. Don't miss out on the flavor explosion. Romeo Pizza, the secret is in the sauce. Stay tuned for more updates and we'll see you there.
nke na-akpọta ugbu a n'Enugu steeti dịka gọọmenti Enugu chọrọ iji ijeri $40 billion were wulite akụnụba n'ala Igbo bụkwa nke Oji River Industrial Park so n'otu n'ime ya. Oji River Industrial Park bụ ụkpụrụ pụrụ iche gọọmenti steeti Enugu chọrọ iji kwalite akụnụba n'ala Igbo. Ọ bụ ndị Sellers Group na-arụ ahịa bụkwa nke ga-abụ ọkaibe na mba Afrịka gbaa gburugburu. Ọ bụ n'Ugwu Ọba bụkwa nke dị nso na Nnamdi Azikiwe University Ọka ka a ga-arụ ya. Ọ ga-abụ ahịa ihe niile ga-anọ n'otu ebe, matakwa na a ga-ebulu ọdụ ụgbọelu Akanibiam International Airport Enugu bụkwa nke ga-eme ka ngwa ahịa na-esibata ma na-apụkwa. Ndị ji ego na-akwado ụlọ ahịa gụnyere African Development Bank, International Finance Corporation, American Exim Bank, Bank of Industry, Infrastructure Development Bank, Central Bank, Taj Bank, Sukuk Funds nakwa Development Bank of Nigeria. Maka ịmata ihe ndị ọzọ n'uju gaa na ojiriveric.com.ng maọbụ gaa kpọtụrụ anọsi ike na 08131801541, Jude 0903-194-9623, Adigbo 070-471-30361, Elder Patrick 0816-817-0210. Ọ bụ ha na ndị Sellers Group na-arụkọ Oji River Industrial Park. Nke a bụ nke anyị.
Listen to hot critical analysis and top trending topics of the day. Join Precious Monday to Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. on The Evening Rush.
All right, Nigeria, you are welcome back. It is 90.3 Voice of the People FM, 27 minutes past 8 p.m. right here in our studio. I see a lot of messages. Oh, you people will be making me go back and rewind like a tape. Okay, so someone says, post the number for the seminar here. I cannot post it on your YouTube now. Bikono. And I actually forgot that for some of you who may be joining from the diaspora, I forgot to give you the country code. And somebody else says, where is the seminar taking place? It's via Zoom, so it is virtual. So for those of you in the diaspora, you add the +234, and the number is +234 80 906 06336. +234 80 906 06336. I hope that you got it now. +234 809 060 6336. All right, so that's it. Going back to my phone lines now. Phone lines are still open. Lots of messages. I don't know where to start from, but let's see if we can begin to do justice to them one at a time. And this says, Precious, how are you today? Greetings from Mr. Darlington, but I told you earlier that you and your APC go explain tire. No evidence over the president's certificate issue, and it's getting clear now. Ex-Ben from Abuja. Precious, please read my message. I don't read them. Is it because he yabbed me? I don't go read them. I have read it. Did you cut my neck? I've read it. Thank you. Precious, my husband isn't a magician. The gospel truth Nigerian doesn't like to hear, which has always made the leader Photoshop development for us in the show they are working without following due process. Nigerians should learn how to be patient and hold their own accountable. Tinubu have come to stay, at least for this first 4 years. Olu from Badagry said that. The president has come to stay. Franca from Iba. Franca, all right, I appreciate you. I think I took your message before. Franca from Iba, thank you. Happy birthday to you in advance. Precious baby, what are you? Where are you from, Biko? Uncle Darlington, where done? Precious baby, where are you from? Just like that. You want to give me a husband? You want to come and pay my bride price in my village? And my father has died. Good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. Precious, make noise for Atiku, please. Oh, these people, oh gosh. You see, we can make noise. Like, we can make some noise. Atiku, why are you people like this? Why are you people like this? I should pick. I should pop champagne for Mr. Atiku. Good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. I said, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington. Now, well done, Precious. I shouldn't say happy independence to you, but I won't. I should have said, but I won't. He said, because I don't think Nigerians are including you and Darlington. Please, a lot of wrong has been politically and legalized, or politicized and legalized in this country, but the Nigerians not allow them to also legalize all manners of forgeries. Babeji sent in that message. Babeji, Precious, do you know that what happened in Nigeria yesterday has never happened before? There is no rain yesterday, October 1st. First time in history since I was born. And now you're almost getting old. This has never happened. Onye Kachimwachiko from Ajari State.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? It did not rain in your part of town. It may have rained other places. I'm sure that in Port Harcourt it rained. Like my River State always has rain. All right. This is good evening, my dear lady and barrister. Thank God that it's Atiku that is pursuing this Tinubu's academic record and not Peter Obi. Otherwise, Lagos would have been on fire against the Igbos. He said, they have gone, everybody have gone mute suddenly. Abi, they know they fear Waziri Adamawa again. Abi, sir, Eric Mwafo sent in that message from Surulere. And I know go wound me for messages. My mouth self don't they pay me self. And this says 39 years. Mr. Ola, who is 39 years? He says, good evening, Precious and Mr. Darlington, man of the year. Precious, since I have been watching your show, last Friday was the best, excellent and touching concerning Biden of meeting Tinubu. We are already protesting that we are not going to vote for Biden for him in the next election. Thank you for your good job. Mr. Ola. But you don't meet him again now.
That's he did not.
Now where's he make it? You don't meet again now. You push sorry him now.
That's all right. You can't do this.
So this says, now last week they tell us that they went to Okigwe with fighter jets. Now we are not hearing what they went back to that same village, Ako, in Okigwe to destroy poor villagers or villagers' houses. This is unfair. No house is free from burnt in Ako. poor innocent youth are being killed in Okigwe as of now, and no one is crying about. Okigwe is in what local government? In what state?
Imo now.
In Imo State. Yeah, I wanted to say what's with the governor. Can the governor not shout if your people are being killed? If this is true, can't the governor complain?
Well, Precious, please. If I go into that matter now, they will start talking another thing. Let it be.
Okay.
Whenever the Igbos are ready, they know what to do.
All right. So this says, Atiku had spoiled our palliative in the waiting by requesting and collecting our president's Chicago State thingy in court. God bless democracy. Udom saying in that. Udom. Welcome. Good evening, Precious and Darlington. I strongly believe that the CSU that issued certificate to your president was campused in Lagos. Oh, you guys like this. Hence, all these classmates coming out to defend him are from one tribe.
I wonder.
You people will not let me shut choke on this job, eh? Precious, I'm typing in English, not Swahili, so don't misinterpret or read like it's a Zulu language. Before the president, that was the reputation of Nigeria. Due to the activities of Nigerians in Nigeria, most especially outside Nigeria, now looking at Tinubu and all the controversies that surround him, what will be the reputation of Nigerians when the certificate is finally released alongside the records of the FBI? So much to say about Nigeria and how the president, who has dragged Nigeria into international waters, further tarnishing the image of Nigeria outside the country. Thank you. God bless you. I hope I read it in English and not Zulu this time around. Egege from Agege says, I want to begin by asking by fellowship Nigerians if they are ashamed of Nigeria as I am. Anything I imagine you guys stop. You're depressed. We all are. You think we're not? Is it because we try to, be lively? Imagine a country where all sorts of atrocities, kidnapping, rituals, embezzlement, ghost workers in civil service, justice, compromise, exam malpractice, electoral malpractice, corruption, unknown gunmen, Boko Haram, etc. happen without hindrance. Hey, may God help us in Jesus' name. Thank you. Amen. Good evening, Precious, and the esteemed management of VOP. I salute the courage of Barrister Darlington for a good analysis. Atiku Abubakar would have allowed Peter Obi in PDP as a presidential flag bearer in the 2023 election. We wouldn't have been in the situation that we are now. Stephen Akimbosola, you said a lot.
Every disappointment is a blessing. Yes, now.
And Vera from Oshodi says, I personally expected Madam Tinubu to act like Abigail in the Bible, who saved her husband from King David, who intended killing him because of his. It's so unfortunate that she keeps altering offensive words to the wounded Nigerians. I am interested for the training of crude oil. Please kindly send a text message or WhatsApp message to that number that I gave out. WhatsApp. It is an infomercial, right? And it says, finally, Chicago State University would release President Tinubu's academic records latest Tuesday, 3rd. It's already been released. Tomorrow is when they will do the deposition. So it's already been released. Atiku is my man of the year. Boss my brain. He's a busy brain, rather, from Moshe sent in that message. And then it says, happy 63rd. I'm not going to read that. Good evening, APC woman leader, Precious. Please, sorry, I'm not going to answer that question either. After calling me APC woman leader, you address me properly. Please, Precious, are you... I'm not going to answer you. Usman from Oshodi. Usman, until you attend to me properly. Precious, remember after CSC results, FBI is waiting. You guys be coming down. You guys be coming down. You guys be coming down. All right. Dayo from Fagba. He says... you say you're man of the year, yeah. Like Obi said, if the process that brought you into power is not credible, you can never be credible. They've been running and blocking all the tracks, but the finish has run out of water. He say you can win election through. See, let's leave your matter. You see, you can win election through what? Through propaganda, eye service, falsehood, deception, because back to door formula, but you can govern by this. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, phone lines are still open. Lagos 0700 903 903 903. Mr. Darlington, we just have a few more minutes to go before we wrap up, because we will be stopping the show on time today.
All
right then. Hello, good evening to you.
Yeah, please. The one thing I know in my life is that giants do fall. Look at what happens to Ekwuremadu. Now is Tinubu. Had it been he didn't contest this election, he would have sealed his life forever. That's why they say that you can only bury the truth with time. No matter the level, no matter the depth you bury the truth, it will spring up. God is not an author of confusion.
Exactly.
That's what I want to say. So had it been presidency, he would have sealed this forever. But this one now is internal shame.
Forever.
The reputation, it's internal shame. It will never go out of history, because even if we forget, other nations of the world we make a reference to a thing like this in the future. Are you getting it?
Yes.
Now he has distanced himself. He has distanced himself already from the other leaders of the world. And he's now standing out like Abel, like Ken. Sorry, he's now standing out like Ken, because I don't know how we will associate with other leaders of the world, even if our judiciary do what they are doing. How will he associate with other leaders of the world?
Yeah, that's the truth.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's run, because we have. It's okay. Bye. It's okay. Hello, good evening. Sir? Hell, sorry, what did we do? Mr. Darlington, Obi has been accusing me that I refused to give your number. He's making you feel like it's me that refused. I told him that I've not been seeing him.
My PA now, whatever you say,
I wanted to bring you to our camp of 100 general so that we can work together. That's what I was looking for.
One word.
It's okay.
One word. What? Oh my God! Please,
Anyway, Precious.
Sir?
Mahmoud Yakubu called results early morning, and the court in America called results judgment early morning. It's 1-1.
1-1, yes, balance.
No victor, no vanquish.
Exactly.
Well, take care of yourself, sir.
All right, take care too. Bye.
If
Thank you so much.
anybody's angry, they should go to court.
Exactly.
All right, bye. All right, I read some messages here. This says, we are APC members. Where are APC members? We are waiting. Gabriel, let them come and speak. And then this says, Precious, so read the documents for us now. No, let me call you APC woman leader. Hey, don't call me before. Did I die? I didn't die. Kindly call the number. Oh, you guys, announcement that I finished since before the war now. You guys are taking me back again. That's actually a paid announcement, and I'm not supposed to be repeating the. So it's 0809 060 6336. You know what? If you didn't get the number, go on YouTube and watch the show again. Look for the part where I call the number so you can get it again. That's the easiest way for you to get it. It's 0809 060 6336. That's the number to call. All right, Mr. Darlington, let's take your final thought. Let me just see if we can run through these messages. You see what I said? I even left enough space with commas as you separate and read you well. I know they read. Sorry, Okay, please, Madam Precious, the best VOP judge and referee, please. Okay, Precious and Darlington does not win Woman and Man of the Year. I will go to court if they don't win. Mr. Darlington, your final thought on this before we rush to YouTube.
Precious.
Sir?
Seriously, in our Independence Day, where we're supposed to be merry making, this thing from US has brought gloom, and it's so sad. We were telling these people here, you remember when they were telling us nothing will happen, and I was telling them that, look, monkey clever. Now when the trees are together, shebi today now the chicken has come home to roost. You can see those people who were supporting this thing, if they have done the needful, Tinubu would have salvaged the situation.
All right, Mr. Darlington, fast please.
Now where are we now? So my worry now is that it has affected me and every other Nigerian out there. So what will all these supporters do now? What will they do, including Bayo Onanuga? What will they do now? It's not about whether it will work in the Supreme Court or not. The question is the odium that this thing has brought to Nigeria. How do what type of soap are you going to use to wash it in the next 1 million years? Because history will be told. Tinubu's children will read it. His children will read it.
But Mr. Darlington, we've not even seen content of the document yet.
No, the thing is that it has been released now.
But we've not seen it. Atiku's team is saying that they're sorting it out to be sure that it is what they...
Is it not the female gender that they refuse to show us?
Mr. Darlington, you cannot say that. You will see the documents now.
What I'm saying is that